one of my friends said PSG are used to playing with bombs in their own league because there's no way you have those many chances and you can't convert one. At least you should be able to. Some of the I saw the clip where Alisson made 8 world-class saves. Very poor finish, and that's.
I won't say it was up.
If PSG come out with the same energy at Anfield, it's very they brush up on their finishing. They should be able to nick something. But if Liverpool kick into high gear like I know they can and they have this season, it's very difficult for PSG. But whoever scores the first goal in that game is going to win it.
From right now, there's so much going on with the maps that people don't even know. The minority shareholder has come out to make a statement about something, why they should have gotten more. It seems there's some fragments of the building they're all thinking in different directions. And there have been reports that some of the owners want to get casinos, they want to turn the Mavericks into what you have with the Dallas Cowboys, where you have casinos and hotels around the stadium and all that. So it seems all the attention is not on basketball. There's a lot of other things going on. They're trying to find a way to make the team just do what you can do right now. There's not a lot of focus on basketball right now. Maybe we're not ready to focus on basketball right now. Let's see how many things can we add, how many things can we do at the same time. And I think maybe they've accepted that they might have to do something.
Good morning to the great people of Lagos and Nigeria, and welcome to another episode of Home of TSL, or the Sports Lounge as we've all come to know it. And then this morning, we are going to have a very interesting twist, not the one that you're actually really used to, but just stay with us and then we will take you through this. Like, this morning is actually going to be very interesting. And then on my panel with me today, don't worry, when you already see them, you already have an idea of where I'm going to or where we are going to this morning. But on my panel today, you have fantastic guys who are, I will call them kind of like me. Very general, very all around. American football, basketball, even our normal football as we know it and all. And then just stick with us, and then we are going to really have a proper deep dive today. And then to my left, I have the muscle man himself, the one we like to call Thor, our god of thunder. How are you doing this morning? Anyway?
I'm doing really good. Glad to be here once again.
It's good to see you. It's been a while. You've actually been on set.
Yeah. Adulthood is doing its best. But we are here again. We're back.
And yes, my other man on the left, Uncle Ayo. How have you been, sir?
I'm good, thank you.
Any spicy thing happening in your life this period?
No. Well, it was a bad thing. We didn't get our 3-peat.
Unfortunate.
I beg.
Last time I was here was I think it was Saturday before the show.
That's true. So you went into hiding.
I didn't go into hiding. Don't invite me now. You want me to come and give my take?
Don't come and cry for us, please.
It's all good. We'll go again next year.
And then to my right, the guy that's always late.
You got right on time today.
Okay. How have you been, sir?
I've been good.
You've been good. Anything spicy? Are you planning on getting married soon? Are you having a child on you?
Wow.
Pressure on air, man. Pressure on air.
Are you sure some people are not looking for you outside? They've told Treasure to ask.
Are you
sure
Treasure question.
Somebody don't send Treasure to ask.
Are you sure you've not dropped something, album somewhere?
No album.
Okay.
Daddy, be careful. They don't send him. They are sending Treasure to come and find
Somebody
you.
don't send Treasure now.
Don't say Treasure, definitely.
And so, not to waste time, and let's just jump into the meat of the matter this week. Guys, did you guys actually see what happened during the Champions League last week? It was a madness.
Yeah. A lot of games were really kicking off. I mean, we saw the fixture list after the new format, and everyone was excited. We had never seen a situation where teams from the same country can play each other at this stage. So it was really new, it was really interesting, and some teams brought some games they were out of this world, like the PSG Liverpool game. I don't think I've ever seen. Arne Slot has faced Madrid. He has faced Man City twice. He has faced Arsenal. He has faced almost all the attacking teams in Europe. Leverkusen. I had never seen him do a deep block the way he did against PSG. Those guys were all over them. They wanted their soul. But football can be cruel. So, but they came away with the win.
You know what's interesting for me is, I think he planned well for that game.
Okay.
Because they were already playing in the low block from the beginning. It wasn't like, we're open, but these guys are going to rush us, let's fall back. From the beginning, almost as if they knew that was what was going to happen. So I'll give him. So
PSG against Man City.
PSG against Man City. So I'll give him
Possible.
props for that. It set them up well from the beginning. Although they didn't stop PSG from creating
Numerous chances
after chance.
25 or 25 or
Switching
20
play, as in their
So how
switching
did,
was.
how did PSG actually not score?
I mean, one of my friends said PSG are used to playing with bombs in their own league because there's no way you have those many chances and you can't convert one. At least you should be able to. Somebody like I saw the clip where Alisson made 8 world-class saves.
I just think poor finishing.
Very poor finishing. That's
I
what
won't
was
say it
it.
was all poor finishing. There was good goalkeeping there too.
Nothing to
Out of
Alisson.
those,
fantastic
out of those
blocks.
8 saves, it was just like 2. That was
Come on.
bro. I'm being very honest with you. Just 2. Most of them were straight at him.
So which one? I remember the one from Doué.
Due and Kivara.
Dembele.
No, there was one from Dembele too.
Those 3. That's all out of 8.
Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, that's 3 now.
Yeah, that's 3 now. You said 2.
3 out of 8. Anyways, I'll give them props. Alisson had the game of his life, so he tried.
Poor finishing leads to good goalkeeping.
Yeah.
So it's not props to Alisson. It's actually.
I mean, I
just-
give props to
Props to
Alisson.
Alisson, but also on the flip side, some of it is poor finishing.
So who do you think will actually qualify? Liverpool or PSG? Who goes to the next round for you guys?
I mean,
From that fixture.
if PSG come out with the same energy at Anfield, it's very they can and they brush up on their finishing. They should be able to nick something. But if Liverpool kick into high gear like I know they can and they have this season, I mean it's very difficult for PSG. But whoever scores the first goal in that game is going to win it.
For me, no chance for PSG. No chance. They're going to Anfield. No chance.
So nothing at all.
Number
For you, what
one,
do
the
you
crowd is always intimidating.
Good game for Liverpool either. Because I know PSG are still going to go out there and
Yeah.
go out and play against because they are losing.
Yeah.
They need to come back with the result.
Yeah, so that's what opens them up. They will be opened up.
Yeah.
That was the same way they played today.
No.
So the thing
this
with
time
them
around,
being opened up,
some
right?
people didn't play well for Liverpool. Let's be honest with ourselves. Salah didn't play well.
He didn't play well.
If
no.
Salah played, even if
Ayo.
Salah was average, they would have
Ayo,
scored.
He didn't play well because of how PSG played. For example, there was a particular possession where
Not the
hold
one
on,
that he marked in.
Hold on, there was a possession possession where Nuno Mendes was up the field
Yeah.
and he played the ball over the top.
Yeah.
Before Salah could, Nuno Mendes was in front of him
No,
already.
not that one. There was one that you only had to.
So
Simple true
So
ball.
let's
That guy
not,
was
let's,
in on
let's
goal.
not even
Simple.
let's even move from there to the other side. Madrid, Atletico.
I
What
mean,
do you think? Who do you think qualifies? Just very simple.
me,
Who do you think
I think
qualifies?
Madrid based on how they are.
Real
right now.
Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid too.
Pedigree.
Anybody's game, man. I'm telling you. Because I think Madrid are not a team to just pull at a pressure side.
Okay.
It could be Atletico Madrid, it could be Real Madrid, any one of them.
Any one of them.
Either of them.
Okay.
I can never take it.
That's fantastic. That's fine. So to now move away from the Champions League just a bit into something that we've decided to spice up this week. And so today we are going towards the American side of sports again, and then we are actually going to focus a bit on the NBA and also on the NFL. But as I mentioned earlier, we spiced it up a bit, and now this is a game segment to kickstart our NBA segment. And then what we are going to do with our panelists is we're just going to ask them a couple of questions and we want to hear what they think. Rules of engagement, guys. When I ask you a question or when I ask a particular question, just give me your answer. Defend why you think it's that particular person or that particular team. And then we are actually going to move from there. And then we'll let our audience actually decide based on your options who they feel is more like deserving of that category. And we are going to start with, and this is in light of the Oscars that actually just happened, we are going to start with, who do we guys think has been the best supporting actor or best supporting player, as we would like to call them, this season in the NBA?
Okay.
Start with you, Ayo.
Best supporting player.
Yeah.
Well, so far, I think right now probably LeBron is taking the supporting.
I should have added that caveat, please. No
don't-
Lakers player,
you don't
no
forget.
Warriors.
Why?
You don't
No,
forget. You don't
Lakers-
go. You don't
no,
go.
No
you don't
Lakers
go.
player, no Warriors
No.
player. Please, how can we call LeBron a supporting cast? Okay.
No. The role is taken up now.
Minus
is a
LeBron.
supporting cast.
You
Minus
don't go.
Lakers.
What do you mean
or
minus
You don't
Minus
go.
I've already
Lakers
said
or
my
Warriors.
answer.
You didn't put the
Okay,
caveat.
please.
You don't go.
Please, you can also not mention the same person that someone had already
I know.
already
I know.
mentioned. Yeah, go ahead.
So for me, I would go with supporting cast. I'll go with pretty much underrated player, but he's doing his thing in the NBA is Jason Tatum.
We call him supporting
Wow.
cast.
So why no, as we said,
He's
no,
a supporting
no
cast.
arguments,
Don't argue with
no
me.
arguments,
And
No
the reason
arguments.
why I
no
picked
arguments.
Jason
He will
Tatum
defend his position.
is the
No
reason
arguments,
why
please.
is
Defend your
it's
position,
basically
sir.
because of the way Mesula set up his team. The other day, those guys were not playing, and then Peyton Pritchard and these guys scored what 40 points each.
Mm.
And when Tatum is there, I don't think Tatum has scored. Tatum scored 40 points this season. I don't think so. Those guys
I think he
come
has.
together. It's not
Yeah.
much like that.
Yeah, of
Against
course.
the game against Cavs that they lost, he did.
They all came
It was
together.
hot, like, in the first
Okay.
They all came together. But the main players this season has
No
mostly been
arguments.
the bench guys. But Tatum has been helping the team along. He's not been leading the
What
team.
will you say, Brownie?
I don't know. I see his
Thank
point.
you- thank you so much. Best supporting cast.
Mobley.
Mobley, why?
Yeah, because you see the way the team is doing. They're really playing well, and for me, they have the best record in NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And the way Mobley is playing, without him on the court, you see there's a huge difference. He's making his three. He's finishing well in the paint. He's defending well, and he's been the best supporting cast to Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. So we have for best supporting cast, our nominees are LeBron,
Tatum,
Tatum, Mobley.
I feel the
We'll
LeBron
let
is unfair.
we'll let you
LeBron is
we'll let,
unfair.
I said the
we'll
LeBron
let,
is
we'll let,
unfair.
we'll let you, the audience, decide who the best supporting cast actually has been. And then for the next category, we call this category smoke screen player and team. And what we mean by smoke screen, like teams or players that flatter to deceive. So you mentioned one team and one player that looks like they were going to be on form this season, and then so far this season it seems like they've actually ghosted. So this time around, I'll start with Dari. Smoke screen player and team.
Small screen player and team, Brady Beal and Sons. Brady Beal is the top three. He's one of the top three paid player, most paid player in the NBA. He earned 63
With a
over
fantastic
60 million.
contract.
That's a fantastic contract. That's like an all NBA type contract, an
Mm.
all-star type contract. He's not even an all-star player right now. So they had huge expectation coming into the season. I'm moving to the Suns now. They had huge expectation coming into the season. They traded for Bradley Beal. You know, I think that was the very first major trade, even before the season started. Bradley Beal going to the Suns. So, you know, huge expectation on the Suns. They fill in their roster spots. It's been a nightmare for the Suns. It's been a huge nightmare. Like, regardless of what they do, they can't get going. They're bad defensively. They have leadership issues, and they even have a new coach there. It's still not working. They were in their last previous game. I think before this Denver game, there was an issue where Durant and his coach was going at each other, like during the game. You know, like so it was. You can see that.
Okay,
It's
that's a fantastic nomination, if I must say
it's
myself.
yeah.
So for you,
Smoke screen player. I remember the very first episode we did coming into this season. Who was it that was here? Was you guys now?
I think
I know.
we were all here.
Tomiwa wasn't here. You were not here. And everyone was telling me, "Oh, this guy has lost weight. It's coming to the season. He's going to be here." And I said, "Time will reveal all." And we
Okay, so
are
I
here.
can't defend Zion.
And
So let's
time
let it
has
slide.
revealed all. It is Zion Williamson, as usual. He will flatter you. He will give you all this season. Then he,
Smoke screen. Sir,
We are
cannot
there.
argue.
Don't argue.
Smoke screen team.
smoke screen team. I had it in my head just now. Rockets. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I expected Rockets to do well based on how they started, but now they are just taking
But they're
a nosedive.
No, they're
If
the
they
mix.
enter playoffs now, they will
Uncle
bounce
Ayo,
them in
I'll
the first
answer my
round.
own. Smoke screen player.
Player, yes.
Paul George. Paul George. Just been shocking.
Another of
It's
my
even beyond
successful agendas.
Shocking. Shocking.
What
Very
about
shocking.
team?
For me, for team Orlando Magic. I thought I would see more this year.
That's
That
a
there would
great
be a
shout-out.
progression. You know, from last year, they snuck into the playoffs, or they made the playoffs.
Yeah,
There's supposed to be a progression in development.
And they
but
got
there's
in
been no progression.
So-
KCP.
I know they
and
have
all.
some injuries, but it's
So-
still no.
Our nominees.
Pablo and Wagner has been back.
Yeah.
They lost some games that they were supposed to.
They were supposed to win, so
No
there's been
arguments here,
no.
please.
It's not arguing. It's supporting my.
Supporting his
emotion.
point. Supporting his point.
So-
arguing.
Our nominees for this category. You're saying the Orlando Magic and Paul George. You are saying the Rockets
Zion
and
and
Zion.
Lions.
And then you are
Everything
saying
Everything,
Bradley
all
Beal and
songs, all songs.
Everything, all songs.
Bill.
So we'll allow our audience to be the judge.
You know the funny thing is
to
I
be
could
the
have
judge
even
of
picked
this.
Sixers.
Yes,
Sixers. But the reason I
So,
won't blame the entire
Next category, main character aura. And please, I must not hear SGA. I must not hear Jokic. I must not hear LeBron. I must not hear all the. I must not hear Corey, but main character, like when these guys are on, just know like anything, and it's a madness, anything can happen. They have main character aura.
Or they think they have main character.
Eniola, I'll start with you. Main character aura. Or they think they have main character aura.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say main character aura, Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Austin Reeves has a lot of confidence in himself. Despite whoever is on the pitch, whenever he's on the court, whenever he's playing. I know I heard him in the podcast saying when he was coming up in the game, they used to say, "Oh, we want the white boy," and he said, "Oh, it's going to be hell for you." So, yeah, Austin Reeves is my guy.
So, what do you think? Main character aura?
Jimmy Butler.
Nice shout out. Why Jimmy?
So all the drama with the Miami, it's me. It was main character aura. He was just trying to. It's me. He created trouble. I mean, got fined for it. Did all that drama. It's just.
Dara.
Let me
Dara,
see.
sorry.
Main character aura. I would have gone with Doncic, but
No.
Can't pick Doncic.
You cannot pick Doncic.
Can't pick the obvious guys.
You can't pick the obvious guys.
that was good for my pick, bro.
It's a brain teaser. It makes your brain work.
I'm trying to see who, because you guys already picked the best bits of it.
There's a player that comes to your mind, but I won't give you the expo.
I don't give him. I have two safe. I have two safe. I'm not gonna give.
Let me just give you the team. He plays for the Kings.
Lave.
No.
Sabonis.
No.
DeRozan. Memphis.
Even it's a good shout out.
Memphis.
I don't.
So who is your main character?
Memphis has been my main character will have been the SGA that you didn't mention.
Yeah, but he said no
I've
SG.
seen some of those games where you're like, damn.
Okay, so he
I went for it.
He doesn't have
for this segment.
doesn't
I
have
went
for
at it
this
from a
segment.
negative angle. So that's why I had.
So Jimmy Butler and
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves. So we have for this segment of main character aura, we have Austin Reeves and then we have Jimmy Butler. And for our next category, best cast and worst cast. Best cast in the sense that best constructed team and then also the worst constructed team. Now, this is where we have to put microscope on the GMs.
Oh.
Who's going first?
Yeah, but the thing is,
You can go down.
we're going to have the same answers in some point.
No,
for
not
this segment.
necessarily. Trust
We
me.
will. Probably will.
Just give me best
Best and worst.
best cast, worst supporting cast. Quickly.
Best. Okay, see. Sorry.
Okay, see for best and your worst.
My worst would be either I can go with two teams. Can I pick two teams?
Just pick one.
Pick one now.
That is your nominee. Pick
Oliver
one.
Twist.
I wanted to pick Houston and Memphis.
Worst team.
Worst
Put together. Supporting cast.
cast.
I don't agree with that, but sure, I mean, it's your pick, but hey.
Go ahead.
Houston.
Houston.
Okay.
For you?
For me, best supporting cast, I would go with Cavs. And then for the worst team, not because just supporting cast generally, Suns.
Okay. Great shout out.
So best supporting cast. That was my first option. The Cavs.
Okay, that's
But,
fine.
Yeah. So the Cavs. For worst supporting cast? Lie. What supporting cast for me is the Suns. The way they no. Like they can't do anything.
So
Yeah, they are very poor.
So our nominees for this segment, they both went with Cavs and Suns.
There was,
And
a
then
Suns
you
lineup.
go.
There was a Suns game where I saw Bobo, Plumlee.
You could just wonder what happened. I will put this together. Put this together.
So we have
I think
we have three more categories and we'll quickly run through these three categories. I'll mention a list of players now and I'll ask this question. Whose offensive skill sets would you rather have? Between SGA, Jokic, Giannis, Doncic, Tatum, LeBron, Curry, Kyrie, Embiid, or KD? Whose offensive skill set would you, if you were a player, would you rather have? Strictly on offense, we are not looking at any other thing else.
Can I start?
Yeah, go.
KD.
Why KD?
Easy money sniper. I can score anywhere. Mid range, 3, paint.
Don't pick your.
Like pick your poison.
Okay. For you,
I have to, I have to go with LeBron.
LeBron. Why
Basically,
LeBron?
because LeBron can make any type of pass, can make any type of play. He can read your playbook and break down the defense at will, basically. And he can, if he wants to, you can't stop him.
And then for you,
I'm going with Kyrie.
Kyrie. Why Kyrie?
The handles, the ability to break down defense and just pick out passes. He can also score if he needs to. He can facilitate.
Yeah.
And he's a tricky customer. Both hands. He can go left or right. I'll take Kyrie.
All great shots. Kyrie, LeBron, and KD. I'm surprised nobody went for Curry, but story for another day. And then the next category, highlight of the season so far. Highlight of the season.
Highlight of the season. Let me go. Highlight of the season as trade. AD and Doncic trade. That's my highlight of the season.
For you, Sim?
It's the trades.
The trades.
Yeah.
And then for
For
you?
me, as a Lakers fan, definitely the trade, man.
So you all are saying.
I said the trades. I didn't say
okay.
trades.
He said trades.
He said
Trades.
trades. Both of you are saying
said
Doncic trade.
Yes.
So our nominees, we have trades in general, and then we have the Doncic
I remember
trade.
waking up
And then-
Sunday morning, 5:45.
And then for the last segment of our categories is, who would you rather work with right now? Matt Ishbia, the owner of the Suns,
GM
Nico
of the
Harrison, the GM of the Mavs, or the GM of the Wizards?
I'm going to work with the general managers of the Suns because apparently he's willing to give up money for people that ain't worth it. So, you know.
Wait, work with as a player or as an executive?
No, like if you were to work with them, like work with their team or work with their organization. Who would you
Oh,
rather
okay. You know what I'm
work
saying?
with?
You pass
He
it
said
money
Suns,
easily.
Just pack money.
Okay.
He says Suns.
Suns,
yes.
Me, Wizards.
Wizards.
For one reason only.
Okay.
I can sell a dream because as in marketing and everything I work. So I'm already thinking of. I have cap space. I have assets. I've not made any stupid deals. My team is completely fresh. I can sell anybody building the legacy forward and they will eat it because I have the money, I have everything, I have all the picks.
For you?
For me,
Who
it
would you
will
That's
be
the last option.
it will be Mavs. It will be Nico Harrison. I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
Why Nico
Right now,
Harrison?
where they are, it cannot get worse than that. It can only be up. Yeah,
It can.
bro.
It can. Trust me.
It can't get worse than that.
If Doncic and Lakers win a championship,
Hold
that's
on.
that's
Yeah,
worse.
no,
Hold on,
right now,
hold
the
on,
fans
guys.
have already
We'll-
lost
we'll
it.
Enter,
If they
we'll
win it
enter,
this
we'll
year-
Let me
enter-
tell you. Let me
We'll
finish now.
we'll
Treasure.
enter-
Let me
we'll
finish.
enter this conversation after the break. So we're going on a short break now, and then when we come back from this short break, we'll now have a conversation around the Mavericks and other touch points in the NBA. And we are back. And just before we left, an argument was actually brewing in the where we are at the moment about the Mavs and why we think like the Mavs, it can't actually get worse than this. So why do you think it can't get worse than this?
No, that was not my statement. That was
Okay.
that was a spin that you guys had on it. I said
Okay.
it was part of my statement that why I don't think it can get worse than this.
Okay.
You said the question was why would you want to work
Yeah, okay, so yeah,
with
go ahead.
the general manager of the Mavs? And I said right now there's so much going on with the Mavs that people don't even know. A minority shareholder has come out to make a statement about something, why they should have gotten more. It seems there's some fragments of the building they're all thinking in different directions. And there have been reports that some of the owners want to get casinos, they want to turn the Mavericks into what you have with the Dallas Cowboys, where you have casinos and hotels around the stadium and all that. So it seems all the attention is not on basketball. There's a lot of other things going on. And they're trying to find a way to make the team just do what you can do right now. There's not a lot of focus on basketball right now. And me, for my own line of work, I don't mind working in that environment. It means that at some point you're going to commit resources to R&D. Let's go and do R&D. Maybe we're not ready to focus on basketball right now. Let's see how many things can we add, how many things can we do at the same time. And I think maybe they've accepted that they might have to do some rebuilding with the team. Because there's no way. Let me finish now. There's no way you're bringing 30-something-year-olds and building your team around 30-something-year-olds if you don't have a thought process of rebuilding in the near future.
No.
Come on.
Okay,
go.
Dari, go
Because
ahead.
Harrison literally told us that we should judge him in 3 years' time. He said,
He said we want to win now.
yes, he said we want to win now.
He wants win now.
Yeah,
Win now
he
is
said
not
we
3
want to
years'
win now.
time. Winner is I win this year, I win next year.
That's what he said. You said we are in to win now.
So you do a performance review. You will judge him. That means you're doing a performance review in 3 years.
Yes.
It's almost like saying, give me this year, I'll do a performance review at the end of Q4.
What he's saying is that they want to win now. And
Exactly. So that's why that's why you're bringing in 30-something-year-olds and letting a 25-year-old go.
So, in terms of how you are saying, I understand your point of why would you rather work with them from that perspective.
It's not,
and that's why I also
everything
chose
is long-term
the GM of the Wizards, because I can tell a story based off of a safe environment. You understand?
Okay.
But for the flip side, the Mavericks, when they made that trade, the Mavericks said all these things about Luka drinking.
No, I didn't. So
No, that's what I'm saying. So going up to 270 pounds, all those things. So it can get worse for them in terms of the fans already hate you.
Yes, of course.
They want to fire you. They will send you death threats. They don't, obviously, you know what the temperature is there. Now imagine Lakers and LeBron, Doncic, and all these other guys go out and win a championship this year with the guy that you said you can't build a future with. He's indisciplined, he's getting fat, he's lazy, work ethic. I can't give him, commit 300 and something million to him, and they win a championship. Then the guys that you traded for and that you said we are going to win now, Kyrie is not coming back till probably this time next year. If he comes back at all, the same person. AD, we don't know. Your other bigs, we don't know. You don't have any draft assets. You don't have it. So trust me, he can get a whole lot.
No, it's already terrible.
For the Mavs.
So
it's already terrible.
For the Mavs right now, it's already terrible, as you said, because there is no one that can say the trade for Doncic and AD. I love AD. He's a Laker legend.
Legend, def.
But the trade for AD and Doncic it favors the Lakers. There's no way
but you guys are Treasure. My issue is you guys are going away from the question.
Yeah.
No,
that's why I put the caveat of I understand.
Go back to the question.
No, I understand.
Who would you rather work with?
I understand what he's saying.
It's a job.
He has defended his position. So let's move.
They're telling you death threats.
So we're already even mentioning teams like the Lakers. We've also mentioned teams like the Warriors. We've mentioned teams like also the Cavs while having the conversation around Mobley and all that. It still feels like the Celtics, in some sense, are the team to beat, right? Do we actually think like any of these teams can actually upend the Celtics? So do you think the Cavs or the Lakers or the Warriors or even OKC can actually upend the Celtics this season?
So it depends on this NBA and playoffs. It's all about matchups, right? Someone that said it sometime this week. At some point in time in the playoffs, my best player is going to be better than your best player. That's almost always what it comes down to. That's what happens. Yeah. So if, say for example, the matchup is OKC and Boston in the NBA Finals, I feel that OKC match up perfectly with what Boston are going to try and do, because OKC can send out their perimeter defenders to chase these guys off the 3-point line. And then you have to play in the interior, which is where OKC is weakest. But if OKC and Lakers meet in the Western Conference Finals, OKC can't stop what Lakers are going to try to do. Because I can
Lakers actually stop what OKC has?
If their defense holds up, yes.
With the way they are
currently playing. If they are, that's why I say if
the way Lakers defend
the caveat of if the defense hold up, yes, because one,
guys that can get the perimeter.
I have 6-10 guys across the front line. I can stretch and hold base. Then I have LeBron playing. I have a 6'10" LeBron. Come on, man. I'm playing off the ball. You have Luka, who is around the same height. Offensively, we are not stopping.
Nobody can stop the Lakers.
Offensively,
that's why everybody is even on the Lakers train.
And I told you this thing beginning of season. If J-Dub doesn't make that jump forward to be the legitimate number 2, you're not going to make it.
You still feel like J-Dub hasn't made.
He hasn't made that. No, he hasn't.
There was a game.
If he has.
So your response to this is basically it's a matchup thing. So if we have a case whereby the Cavs actually are meeting the Celtics in the conference finals,
if the Cavs meet the Celtics, right, it's going to be a shootout essentially, because they kind of match each other very well. If you notice in the game where they came back from 20-something points to win, that's how most like a series around those guys will most likely go, right? And in the playoffs, like I said, I always say in the playoffs they won't give you all the calls you get in the regular season, so you have to actually work for every bucket. Your system is going to have to push you across the line every single time, and that's where the superstar players have to stand up to be counted.
So just before we leave the NBA segment, there's one last question I want to ask you guys. Year in, year out, we've almost seen like a sleeper team make a deep run. Last year it was the Mavericks. Nobody felt the Mavericks was going to make a deep run. The year before it was the Heat, the Miami Heat. Nobody felt they were going to make that deep a run. So my question now is, who do we think
Lakers, Warriors, and others.
who do we think is going to be the sleeper team that could potentially make a deep run this season in the playoffs? I'll start with you, Dari.
I'll go Bucks.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Sleeper team.
That's a good shout.
That's a good shot, actually.
Why?
So Bucks has been like they started badly, and everybody assumes Bucks as a poor coach in terms of Doc. Nobody believes in Doc anymore. Right? So like.
Did you actually see the clip where
Me.
Giannis actually
Number one.
Giannis took the
So right
Yeah.
now,
Clipboard,
right
yeah.
now,
drew a game
nobody
plan.
has the Bucks coming out of the West. Sorry, out of the East,
East.
right now.
Yeah.
Nobody has the Bucks as favorite. Everyone thinks like no one thinks the Bucks going to come out of the East.
Mm.
So I believe the Bucks, the way they are playing right now, they are winning some games and they are
Yeah.
playing absolutely really well. Giannis is on the tier. Lillard is on the tier. So and their supporting cast is actually really good as well.
Yeah.
They're even missing Bobby Portis, who is out on his suspension as
Till
well.
like the
Till
playoffs.
like
Yeah.
weeks before the playoff. And I feel Bucks, no team wants to face the Bucks.
Thank you for that. Shout out. Ayo, who do you think is that sleeper team?
Warriors.
Okay.
I'd say because we know how topsy-turvy their season has been, but obviously the way they've been playing lately, it will be a problem for some teams.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all teams, but like you said, who I think will just make a deep run or something.
Okay.
Could be the Warriors. Yeah.
What about you, Anila?
I would say Warriors too, but I can't. So when you're in the East, when you're in the West, you can't say any team is a
You can't
sleeper
say
team.
any team is sleeper.
If-
It's
yeah.
matchups. That's what you were
Just
saying,
matchups.
matchups.
Yeah, okay.
If we go by the standings right now, the Warriors are going to play Denver. Do you think the Warriors can beat Denver?
As it is,
You can't go with
Yeah.
If you choose to
Warriors
go
can
with
beat Denver.
standings
on
right
if
now.
the Warriors can execute their game plan effectively.
I don't
So
think
the
No,
thing,
no, but
the
they
thing
will
with
need them. They will need Denver
I
to
don't
be
think so.
asleep.
no. So for example, now Denver. So let's say who in Denver Nuggets can lock down Steph?
Good question.
the thing with
Denver can knock out Jokic.
You can crowd
you
the
don't.
paint.
I just crowd the paint.
You don't.
So that's what.
Allow.
But
Let him shoot.
Eniola,
Let him
Eniola,
shoot
if you say
threes.
crowd the paint, you're not
It's
you're
same thing
you're
with Curry
hoping
too.
that all those MPJ and what's his guy's name that they will not play well. That's what you're hoping. But that's
take-
you hoping that they will not
You
play
take that
It's
risk.
the same thing you can do with Curry too.
The thing with Curry is fine. You can say you want
So-
to lock down Curry, but
I don't.
I'm thinking of.
I don't
I'm thinking
think
not
you
Jimmy.
can
I'm thinking
lock
of
down
a
a-
system, right?
Okay.
That's what I mentioned. As I mentioned in playoffs, it's your system that when if you listen to when the Lakers played the Warriors, the year they went to the Western Conference Finals where they lost to Denver, AD said when you face the Warriors, it's a track meet. They're going to run.
Exactly.
The Nuggets don't seem like an athletic team to me that will run over the pace. I know Ross is going to try and do his best.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray, all these guys, Aaron Gordon, but at the end of the day, it's not stop running. And that's why I say that's why I said Lakers are like the best fit for any team right now because of the way they are defending currently. If do you want to run, we'll run with you. Do you want to crowd the paint? We'll crowd the paint with you. Do you want to also meet you at the perimeter? We'll meet you at the perimeter.
I like our perimeter defense.
So, and another reason, just to chip in, is another thing is it's almost very difficult to say you want to lock down Curry because he's never stationary.
That's the thing.
He's
System constantly
always
moving.
moving and roaming. So he moves from this point, the next thing he's the top of the key, the next thing he's running.
And that's
in.
why people believe
So
he's not necessarily
he-
a point guard. Because he doesn't do traditional point guard things.
Yeah,
So,
so
but-
two guard or something.
But yeah, let's move in while we're still talking about the off like trades that have been made. Let's move into the NFL and the massive off season. Who do you guys think are going to be like the massive movers? We already see names like Debo, who has gone to the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
We are seeing guys like DK Metcalf. We are hearing names like Myles Garrett. We are hearing all these kind of guys. Travis Kelce, whether he's going to retire, all those kind of stuff. So who do you think is going to be like the biggest mover this offseason?
The person, whichever team that gets Myles Garrett, if you're a contender and you get Garrett, you are good to
You're
go.
good to go.
Yeah, but the challenge for them is these guys don't want to trade Myles Garrett. The latest that's coming out from the NFL is he's willing to sit out games next season,
Wow.
at the start of next season, because he wants to be traded and they don't want to trade him.
Wow.
I think their fear is that if they try to trade him, people will lowball them. You always have a problem. It's like football. You always have a problem when somebody submits transfer requests. Nobody's going to want to offer you what they're supposed to offer you. They will lowball you because they know the guy wants to leave. So if you're a contender or a team like the Commanders, people are saying the Commanders should go and get him. So the Commanders, if everybody's saying go and get him, you're not going to offer them what they want. You're going to try and lowball them and say, he wants to leave, so let me give you this. And they don't want that. They want to get premium
package back for him.
Package
That's
back
like
for
their
him.
last tradable assets.
Yeah, that's like their last solid asset. Well, it's not the only one. They have a couple of other guys that are solid assets too, but nobody's going to pay premium for them. They have Njoku, the tight end, but nobody's going to pay premium for him.
Njoku is not really a game changer. The way
He is. You saw him. No. Trust me. Last season, you saw him 2 seasons ago.
Yes.
Last season, the problem last season was they did not have consistent QB play. If they had kept Joe Flacco, let's go on. Let's not talk about Cleveland, please. They're not serious people.
So who do you think?
They do you know that they didn't resign Joe Flacco because they wanted to make James Winston, what's his name again?
Yeah, James Winston.
Watson. They wanted to make Watson happy. Deshaun Watson happy.
Let's move to this side. Who do you think would be a statement mover this season?
A statement mover. I think it's me. I'll still be with the draft pick, the
top guys in the draft.
The first draft. So I want to see, because I believe we have in this current draft pick we have more popular players and how will I put it? Do I call them high potential?
High potential.
There's so not necessarily high prospect. There's just a lot of buzz because of Shadow, Travis Hunter.
So that even around Travis Hunter, do you guys actually think he can play those 2 roles that he wants to actually play?
Let him try.
Because we've had this conversation before, and you're like, his legs would.
Let him. I mean,
he won't be able to play it in the NFL.
If he's
just
playing,
too many snaps.
If he's on a low team that's not really contending, you have not too much anything to lose.
Yeah.
Let him try it like 2-3 games. Is the player that come and tell you,
No,
I want to.
So that's the problem.
What if you say
I want to
performance?
focus
A player,
The performance is not.
a player will
not the same
think
on the two sides.
he's also on the
coach
coach.
has to make a decision.
He's also on the
coach
coach
will
to
make a
save you.
decision, yeah.
What people have said, which I agree with, is he plays cornerback, he plays on defense, he plays cornerback.
He plays better as a
But
corner.
they can create packages for him on offense where he comes in and helps them be goal line packages.
So
It can
or
be a
end
situation
zone
of-
packages.
So if you were to advise him now, you would advise him
Play
to focus
corner.
more on corner.
Play corner, the team creates packages for you on offense that you come in, you play a few snaps on offense.
Same way they did for Tyreek Hill when he was still in the Chiefs. He was a punt returner. Then they started bringing
Initially
him
was a punt
Who
returner.
else do you think would be a name to watch out for in the combine?
in the combine. There's Abdul
Abdul
Carter. So he's a very good. But his injury is going to be the problem for him.
But Kamod is still the main guy. He's still
Kamod is still. For terms of the
they're
quarterback
saying he
class.
might go first overall. Who knows?
No, I don't think Kamod.
But the team I'm actually looking to see next season is the Bears. They have a new coach, Ben Johnson. They are trying to support Caleb Williams. They've even started getting solid offensive linemen. They've gone to get Chiefs lineman Joe Tooney, Super Bowl winner. Gotten him. Gotten another.
Not the same linesmen the same old linesmen we saw this Super Bowl.
What are you talking about? There are 5 people. If 2 are missing, what do you expect will happen? 2 solid ones are missing. One of the good ones is one they've gone to sign, the left guard. They've taken one from Rams. So they are rebuilding. And so Chiefs will have to rebuild their. No, it's the left side of their whole line.
They need to rebuild that.
It's the left side. It's the left side. It's the left guard, left tackle that Chiefs need to rebuild.
Then there's on that rebuilding topic. If you were to have your team right now, and let's say you have a star player, and then there are 2 guys that come to my mind. If you were to have a Derrick Henry, if you had the opportunity to have a Derrick Henry or a Justin Jefferson, who would you build around? Who would you rather
in
pick
their
to
prime?
build around?
In their prime.
Both in their prime.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson.
You don't know what a good running back does for you.
Quarterback could just be
He will
enjoying.
be enjoying life. And that's what I think the Bears are trying to do. You know, Ben Johnson as a coach is a coach that favors the run game too. In Detroit, they had two solid running back, Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs. He's trying to do the same thing in Chicago.
I really love the Gibbs guy, by the way.
He's very versatile.
I really love
very
Gibbs.
versatile.
I really love Gibbs.
An all-star
Running back.
Running back.
No, we're good with Pacheco.
I'll be good with
He was
Pacheco.
injured
And
at
still
the end of
Kareem
the
Hunt
season.
now. I
And
didn't
we
resign
still have-
Kareem Hunt.
We
Kareem
resigned
Hunt.
Hunt, but you only resigned him during the season.
Yeah.
We're good on the running back. Well, we could be better. But I think our biggest challenge now is we need to rebuild the left side of the O-line. Left
Goal
guard,
line and then
left
try and
tackle.
get a new receiver. Because somebody
Yeah,
Yeah,
receivers
we'll
have-
sign.
Rice
No, they-
was
so
injured
so there's a big
Rice was
market for
injured.
receivers now. There are a
Yeah.
lot of free agents
You
receivers.
can get
now. A lot.
Devontae.
They will bill us.
He's free agent and they are cutting him now.
But the thing is, the contract we have to give him will have to be a lot.
Just give him 1 year now. 1 year, 10 million, you'll be alright now.
Where's the 10 million coming from?
Benny,
When I don't dey talk am, like say
shake
the money
body.
dey ground.
So guys,
body.
guys, one last thing that
We're not paying Hopkins 10 million
Do
now.
you actually think like Debo, knowing what he did last year and how many drops he had last year, and then he looked like he was a bit shaky last year, going to the Washington Commanders? Do you think this elevates the Commanders?
Yeah, it does. It's a new environment. Players can thrive in a new environment. And if you remember 2 seasons before that, he was up for a renewal and they didn't want to give him. And he was really saying, I want to leave this place. I remember a video where he was in the club where all the Boston girls were holding Debo, please stay. And the camera panned to him and he said no. So, but he ended up resigning. So it's someone that has been on the fringes for years. And now it's a new environment. Everywhere is bubbly. Washington, good vibes. Jaden Daniels. It's a nice place to be. Let me come there and do my dual threat.
I think it will thrive there because it's from the area. So it's almost like you're going back home. I think he went to college in the area, that kind of thing. And also the way Washington plays with Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator, they're going to create nice packages for him. I think one of the challenges he had with the San Fran, one of the challenges he had with 49ers last year was he had injuries. There was time he was actually ill. I think he had a virus or something. He was ill twice.
The whole San Francisco
Because I had him in my
injuries.
NFL fantasy, and he was ill a couple of times. I had to trade him at some point. And the fact that they didn't have their normal offense, Ayuk was injured, McCaffrey was injured. There was a lot of pressure on him to get things done. Even their receiver that they drafted, the one that got shot, Ricky Pierce was just coming back. So there was a lot of pressure on Debo to make things happen. But with the Commanders, you have McLaurin, they have their running backs that are solid. You have Jaden playing well. So he won't have a lot of pressure. He'll just have to do his own thing.
Thank you, guys. And just before we go, we have a last segment that is going to be very intriguing. We have one last game before we go, and then this is actually, inspired by one of our very own in home of the TSL. His name is Chaya, or some of us like to call him Bayo. And then the agenda or the game we have, sorry, not agenda, the game we have is who would you rather double to stop them edition? And then I'll be mentioning a couple of players, and then you tell me whether you rather double to stop the player, the team, or you will pass, and then whoever we pick or whoever you guys decide on, then we move on to the next player. So I would start. Would you rather double Kyrie or Curry? Would you rather double Kyrie or Curry?
Double Curry.
Double Curry?
Yeah.
What about you?
Double Kyrie.
Double Kyrie? Why, before I get to you, why do you differ from him?
So, in past times, I've seen people leave Curry one-on-one and actually defend him very well. Kevin Love comes to mind. Kyrie comes to mind. Kyrie has defended Curry one-on-one before. So, I've seen guys, Julius Randle, I've seen guys hold Curry one-on-one. So, it's not a big deal.
Kyrie or Curry? You double Kyrie. Interesting. So Curry is out of this. Who would you rather double, Kyrie or KD?
Double KD now. Whining me.
Same reason I picked Curry in the first instance. You've got to take him out. Take him out.
Like how much of a threat KD is. You can't see when KD was on the Warriors. Like, he's an unimaginable threat. 3 mid-range, there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing.
Okay. So, who would you rather double, KD or LeBron?
Oof.
Still KD.
Still KD for you?
Yeah.
Uh,
Because
also a pass strength.
that's the problem.
So
So
you
when you
double-
double him, you're just going to leave somebody wide open.
You doubling LeBron is just leaving someone.
At least one is wide open.
I believe if you double KD will still shoot over those two guys.
KD will still try and shoot. KD is not going to try and pass the
KD
ball.
will not try to pass, but he's just going to try and shoot.
KD will
But
try to
LeBron will
pass.
always make the right basketball play.
So you're saying who?
Because
LeBron?
if you double LeBron, you are leaving your team in a huge higher risks or maybe.
So you're saying
maybe
LeBron?
someone open here, LeBron.
You're saying
LeBron.
LeBron. You're
LeBron.
saying LeBron. Who would you rather double, LeBron or SGA?
Yeah, LeBron.
Still LeBron?
Yeah, still LeBron.
Still LeBron?
SG as well.
No, go back. We were not saying for the LeBron KD one.
You
I
said
said
you'd
I'd rather
rather
double.
double LeBron.
I'd rather double KD.
Okay, you rather double
I pick
KD.
LeBron.
2 against 1, so LeBron has it. So you rather double LeBron or SGA?
LeBron.
LeBron?
Which kind of SG?
Are you going with LeBron?
SGA. I'll find one-on-one play. One-on-one defender. I'll talk to him and make him
Let's now make this spicy. Who would you rather double, LeBron or Doncic?
Same player.
Same player, similar style of play.
But I'll pick LeBron.
But I'll pick Doncic.
I'll pick
Doncic, LeBron. Why Doncic?
I would rather double Doncic because Doncic is more of a shooting threat as well, as much as he can pass as well than LeBron.
I'll pick Doncic, but my own reason is different. If they ruffle him, he's probably going to get text.
Because I can blitz. I'll pick LeBron because you can't blitz LeBron. He's athletic. He's stronger, bigger, stronger than you. And make the better play. Doncic, I can slow Doncic
You rather
down.
double who?
I'd rather double Doncic.
Okay,
because I know he will get frustrated. He'll get text.
LeBron is out. 2 against 1.
against
LeBron
1.
is
So LeBron is out. And the final one, who would you rather double, Doncic or Jokic?
You don't double Jokic. Really, you don't double Jokic.
You have to use your entire team to guard Jokic at different intervals.
Why Jokic is tall?
Because he's a big threat.
He's big.
He
Can shoot.
And he's a
Can
big
pass.
threat. He can pass.
So Jokic.
He's a
So
fantastic
you
facilitator.
rather double Jokic?
No, you don't double Jokic.
You won't double
double
Jokic.
Double Jokic. Yeah, double Jokic.
You will double Jokic.
Yeah, double Jokic.
What about you? Would
I
you
won't
double
double
Jokic?
Jokic.
You won't double Jokic. So you just leave him to cook.
No, the thing is, so in the past, we've seen scenarios where
Okay, you know what?
Jokic has gone for 45
Okay, so let me
and he still didn't win.
Wait, let me. Remember,
double.
I said. Remember,
Let him
I
go off,
said to
but don't let others go
slow, to slow down both the player and the team.
Team, yes. I'll leave you. I will not double
leave-
Jokic.
You not. So it's Doncic. You rather double.
I will double Doncic because he will get frustrated and he will get a tech. I'm very sure of that.
Do Jokic. You double Jokic is.
Okay, will you triple triple?
No.
Doncic instead?
I will leave him one-on-one.
You leave him 1-on-1 to cook.
And again,
I will let him cook. It's his teammates I cannot let cook.
yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
With
But
Jokic, I cannot let his
Daniela, you
teammates
have a
cook.
different take from this.
I know. I
Because I've
understand
seen
what
it.
they are
It's
saying.
a tried and
understand what
tested
they're saying.
formula.
I get what they are
Do
saying.
not let.
And what me
Jokic
I'm
has gone
saying
for
is,
45 before and he still
hold
didn't
on,
win.
hold on. Don't let's not forget that in as much as Jokic still cooked against Minnesota, what Minnesota actually did was always put 2 bigs on him, and that actually helped them in certain games. So if you've seen that Minnesota's template, you wouldn't want to.
I'm not
Especially if you
I'm
have
not going
two-
with Minnesota's
2 bigs
template.
that you can put on
I'm not
Jokic.
going with Minnesota's template.
Proud Jokic.
so there are different ways. There are different ways you can. Everybody used to think the main way to guard Jokic was get a big physical center to stand in front of him and then let someone behind just screen and watch. So if you just get behind that person,
Even a
just
smaller person.
So but what JJ did against them now, what against him was more of the entire team blitz. Where are you?
Yeah.
You've gone. Where switch? Where are you? Go. LeBron. Anyway, it's not just meet him there. If he's going the other way, meet him there.
So interestingly enough, the winner of this
Doncic.
is
By
Doncic.
Doncic.
That they would rather double Doncic and leave Jokic to cook and face his teammates. And
that's what happens in actuality. Rather,
Doncic was the was actually the most blitz player by mile last season on the pick and roll. He was actually
Start shooting
Went
from
for
ridiculous
71.
places.
Yeah.
that guy,
So-
as someone said, that guy is the first one player that want to get to the court, he wants to do an inch check. He wants to know it. Like, am I hot
Am I also today or not?
Shoot three to
So-
start with.
Shoot
Yes,
three to start with.
is it
So-
going today?
Yes, exactly.
That'll be all from us this week, guys. That'll be all from us. Thank you for staying for this, a bit of a different show today. We really enjoyed your presence, and we thank our panelists as well for bringing on their A game today. And then we can't wait to see you guys next week. Please tune in next week, and we'll be here still waiting for you.